You have Supergirl. You have the villain, whose name is like Krem something. He's like some evil. He's very forgettable.
Kremlar.
Very kinda. It's just very forgettable.
Kremlar the dude.
Honestly, Dylan. Like, he has.
I'm a Kremya.
He has fucking. There you go. There's the intro.
Yeah.
Kablamo. Whoa, that's right. We're back. It's crazy. Episode 294.
Yep.
We were off last week for personal reasons, but we're back.
Yep.
As they say in the Joystick show, if we miss a week, nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
If we miss two, worry.
Yeah. That honestly calling wellness check.
If we miss
check.
2 in a row and we have not stated anything, it's an issue. But it's not happening now because we got 294 coming to you right here, right
worries.
now. It's just me and Dylan today. We're chilling. It's nice and grand. Jerry might come over later, not for the podcast, but just to hang out.
Yeah.
But Jose's upstairs, and
we're here for a throwback.
You know how it be. Like the episode, feel free to subscribe. Help your boys out. If you want to know what we're talking about, check it out. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I kind of want to talk about sports.
Yeah, let's talk about
because there's like a lot of stuff to break down chronologically speaking. And if I'm allowed to start with one real quick,
okay.
Do you remember exactly when we filmed the last episode of the podcast, 293?
It was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. And do you remember what happened right after we filmed that episode of the podcast?
The next one, the NBA Finals?
The NBA Finals, and we did not talk about it.
Wow, I totally forgot about that. That we were like, and then we could, maybe watch the Knicks lose, haha,
And no, we watched the Knicks do it.
We watched the Knicks fucking win.
Real quick, here's an insert of that reaction, because I filmed it.
Yes! They gotta run it. No fouls. Doesn't matter if they shoot. Doesn't matter. Give them that three. Who gives a shit? Oh my
There you go. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to watch Marianti's face look in horror as Joey ran outside and screamed.
Wanted to scream.
Oh, Jesus!
No, he didn't just want to scream. He did it.
He wanted to join in on everybody else that was screaming, except we live in Queens, and all of that screaming is happening in, the city.
And so your Bobby's neighbors that were having a party for not the Knicks were like, okay. Awesome. We're pumped about this fucking whole.
I wish I recorded that.
We're hyped for this confirmation also. You know what I mean? But once every 10 years, it should be more. Mm-hmm. Boston and Philly and some of these cities. Boston, they didn't have a winning team for 50 years, but for the most part, these cities have, winning teams a lot. New York doesn't really have winning teams that often. So when they do...
I think our last major Big Four, or rather Big Four championship was what? The Giants?
The last time the Giants won.
2013, 12, something like that?
Yeah, they won 2012 and then the mid-2000s. So
insane. That
was the last time we were able to celebrate.
And don't get me wrong, shout outs to the Liberty. They did it. But I'm talking Big Four here. And it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. But we didn't get a chance to talk about it, so I just wanted to say shout-outs to the Knicks. Obviously, they don't need any more shout-outs. The entire city has been shouting them out. But as the basketball fans that we are, as well as the New York fans that we are, it was very fun to see that come to fruition. And, of course, right now we're in a pretty crazy postseason where all these trades are happening. Giannis Antetokounmpo's finally left the Bucks and is going to be joining the Heat.
Yeah, about time.
The Hornets completely restructured. They sent LaMelo Ball to play with Anthony Edwards, and now they're sending Miles Bridges to play on the Sun, or with, what am I trying to fucking say, on the Suns with Booker and fucking Dylan Brooks. So that should be pretty interesting. And, of course, there's the big question of what the fuck is going to happen with LeBron James. So, Do you think he stays in LA? It's like the most obvious.
Once Reeves signed, I think they're gonna one more year. This is gonna be the year where he actually, like, it's gonna happen again where he's injured for a bit. And I think next year is
because I was like low key seeing a situation where he goes to Miami, plays his final season with Giannis.
Again, the year after this one, I like, because he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to, like,
he's LeBron. He can do it.
Because I feel like he's like almost a little too humble to do a retirement tour where he announces it at like the beginning of the year, and then the whole year they're gifting him shit.
He should just go out the Udonis Haslem way, where they just kind of he sits on the bike for the whole game. And fucking they cut to him. There's LeBron.
Age 53, LeBron is playing for the Haojin Tigers of the Chinese
NBA. They bring them over to the NBA. That'd be so exciting.
That would be.
But yeah, I guess all that to say, shout outs to the Knicks.
Shout outs to the Knicks. There's not a Jalen Brunson Way or an OG Anunoby Boulevard yet, but we're gonna get to that point.
We will get Jalen Brunson Middle School for sure. JBMS.
JBMS.
That also being said, let's go ahead and shout out the Brooklyn Nets for being the 2026-2027 NBA champions. You'll see. I promise you.
Yeah.
Julius Randle's going to lead them to victory. I promise you.
Julius Randle going 5 for 25 from the field.
By the way, last thing I'll say about this before we move it on to a different sport. Have you heard about the Jaylen Brown situation?
Yeah, apparently they want to trade him, but people don't want to. They're like, hey, he makes a lot of money, and we don't want him really.
Well, did you hear what the Boston Celtics want for Jaylen Brown?
Some firsts? I don't know. What do
they want? 4 first-round picks.
Well, I mean, that's what we can't. That's what.
And I could think of a team that I follow, that has a lot of first-round picks to give out. So, all I'm saying is, he was supposed to be on our team a couple years back.
So like, let's just say the Nets, right? The Nets don't have a good team. They always win more games than you think, right? They always win like a few more. But like, let's just say they do that, right? Let's just say they take one of their players, like Ben Seraph, and then like 3 firsts or something like that. Give that to the Celtics. Then, out of the goodness of their hearts, the Grizzlies should just give us Ja Morant. Just because we'll take it on. Just because, you know, he's a cool guy. Do you really want him anyway?
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The last 3 years,
I don't want to call him a burden.
No, but like the last 3 years, he's played like 50 games. It's like actually not. He doesn't play. So same with like LaMelo. Yeah. Right. LaMelo Ball. I think like last year he played a lot, but like the 2 years prior to that, he didn't play.
Yeah.
But
we'll see. I'm excited to see the new season. This past season of basketball was probably one of the most exciting and competitive I've seen in a long time.
Very. And then once it started getting competitive, teams started getting fined for trying to lose. Yep.
And now that they've implemented the anti-tanking rules, hopefully we won't see so much of that.
And now these, it's you know, once you tank, like, I don't know, Philly kind of broke it a little bit, but like, you're only supposed to try to be bad for a couple of years. Yeah. And then, like, let luck handle it. The amount of teams in another draft, which we're going to talk about, that just kind of, you know, luck their way into some picks.
But yeah, speaking about drafts, we went right from the NBA draft into
the NHL draft, known as Honky. I like the NHL draft. I don't know what it is, because, like, you look at the NBA draft, you look at the NFL draft, and you look at these young players, right? Now imagine if they were even younger. That would be the NHL draft, because they're all like 17 years old, and we're like, all right, now we're just like yanking these kids in my head they're still in school, and they are. Like, and that's the weird part. Like, they went to their prom. Imagine going to your prom and being like, oh yeah, next week I'm getting drafted into the NHL. Like, that's some fucking nonsense. But yeah, shout outs to all these teams. Shout outs to all these people getting players. The NHL's in this position where, you know, Bobby, you see the amount of money these NBA players are getting paid: $48 million, $52 million. Someone like Jalen Brunson, who's only making 37 or whatever, left a bunch of money on the floor or whatever. So, you know, he's taking a budget, a pay cut. Believe it or not, $37 million is a pay cut. Do you know how much money the most expensive player in hockey makes?
15 mil?
very close. Prior to this year it was, but this year a player got paid 17.75.
That's,
which is the most.
I mean, it's funny because it's like it's $17 million, but comparatively speaking, it's
and think about this. That guy is considered fucking greedy for taking that much money. So that's the world of hockey. A lot of players in hockey are like, I hate to use this word, but really fucking lame.
Okay.
Because they take a contract number that matches their jersey number to like be cute.
Yeah.
Like they'll take like 14.34 because their number's 34, and it's like,
fucking say 14.68.
yeah, and it's like, and then it's like 18. A player had 8.7 and he's 8.7, and it's like, you're worth like $15 million, dude. Why are you taking 8 points? He's like, oh, this is my legacy. Like, no.
Shut up.
But now the salary cap is going up, so we're starting to see players that, like, it's kind of what happened in the NBA, where I believe it was 2016 in the NBA. They didn't work in any type of balance for the salary cap, so the salary went up by 35% in 1 year, and you had bench players making $18 million a year, and everyone in the NBA lost their fucking mind. I want to say Timofey Mozgov. If you don't know who that is, look that up. He's a center who was in the NBA. Bench center, made like $20 million.
Wow.
Yeah, just to be, and he didn't start. He was like on the bench.
Yeah.
So that same thing is happening in the NHL now. So I'm really looking forward to that. Shout out to Justin Bieber for being at the NHL draft. And yeah, I just think it's weird to see how the different drafts work, and to see that, you know, we're basically
Do the NHL have a whimsical doorbell that chimes before every draft? Like
yeah, they have a sound effect.
Dung, 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 dung.
I don't know how it goes,
Okay.
but they definitely do have a
And
sound
then Adam
effect.
Silver slivers in.
Yeah, well, they have Gary Bettman.
Yeah, is that the commissioner?
That's the
of
commissioner of the NHL, who gets booed for 10 minutes every year, and it's the best.
Is it rightfully so?
It's
or?
yes. So basically, Gary Bettman has been the commissioner of hockey since like the 80s or 90s. So he's been the commissioner for a
Guy looks like the commissioner of Penguins. What
yeah,
the fuck?
yes. He has been the commissioner for the longest time, and he refuses to make new teams in Canada. Then that's the thing. People are like, there should be more teams in Canada. There's some big markets. People would actually go to the games, but nope. Florida again. Arizona, Atlanta. The Atlanta team failed. Atlanta again. The Arizona team failed. Now they're looking to move to a second Texas team over the next few years. Which
Who's the Texas team right now?
Dallas right now.
Oh, the Stars. Right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be Houston or...
Want to take a guess where Gary Bettman was born?
I don't know where.
Queens, New York.
Wow! Let's go.
Look at that.
Let's go, Gary. That makes why... Yeah, he's a little slimy to be from Queens, you know, but I guess
I mean, look at our president, Dylan.
I mean, he is kind of like the same age and vibe of our president,
Yeah.
so maybe they are onto something. But there's a lot of sports going on for a time that's not a lot of sports.
I mean, there's a big sport going on right now.
There's a big sport, but before we talk about that,
shit, there's another sport.
Yeah, there is another sport because I'm mentioning the thing I wrote up here because
I don't know what that is.
The Mets fired their manager.
Yes, Carlos Mendoza.
After finally. You know, don't hate the guy at all.
Me neither. I liked him a lot.
You fire him in May, bro. You fire him when they suck in May, and then they're like at least okay now, and then they're not completely out of it. That's what you do. There's this saying called the June swoon, and before the end of June, the Mets are gonna fucking suck. And sure enough, the Mets had go on a losing streak right before. They can't give me any fucking happiness. In the time where it's like I'm having a bad week, I'm having a sad day, I could really rely on the Mets to win right now. They will lose.
Yeah.
They will injure. They will purposefully injure themselves. They'll be like, you need a good day? Bat to the fucking ankle in the locker room. Just I don't want to win.
But in a weird way, Dylan, isn't it oddly nostalgic? It's like, you know, the Knicks are good, the Mets suck. It's like, whoa, we're back here.
Yes, but the Met, like, there needs to, because if it's not this year, then it has to be next year.
Yeah.
And then I'm hopeful next year for what?
Well, how long do they have Soto on the team?
Forever. Soto's on the team literally like 20, 30 something.
Yeah, that's right.
And even Lindor's on the team, like, you know, it's like only a few years, but a few years from now, it's 2030.
Well, look, I don't know baseball, and I'm not trying to sound pessimistic, but I feel like the closest we got was last year with that team. They looked fucking solid. Maybe the year before. With
it was the year before, yeah.
But fucking either way, I mean, admittedly, when I did see the headline, I was a little bit sad because I liked Mendoza a lot. But
yeah, I mean, you
lose 30 games in a row.
You lose a bunch of games, and you know, I don't know. There's a lot of times where it's like
sack the gaffer.
I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a big new school guy, but I'm 100% an old school guy. Like, I'm all about doing stuff to send a message. I don't give a fuck if it makes sense or if we're treating people fairly. No, you're not running out to catch the ball or whatever. You didn't practice hard. You're getting benched. Yeah. I don't get, like, it's simple as that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a game, but we're getting paid a lot of money to play a fucking game
and to win this game.
You're getting, yeah, exactly. Not only is it competitive, but it's like you're getting, like, people are out there fucking sweating their balls off, bro, in the heat, building stuff with their bare hands. You just got to hit a ball.
Yeah.
And you only got to hit it far. You just got to bunt sometimes. You don't even got to hit it really far every time.
100%.
In fact, you make more mistakes if you try to hit it that far. But you know what? Whatever. I don't know. Fucking let's go Mets, I guess.
Let's go Mets. The gaffer. Are you familiar with the term, Dylan?
Let's go. Yeah, sack the gaffer. Even Stevens.
Because sacking the gaffer would bring us right into the next topic of discussion, which would be soccer. AKA football, which is sweeping the country by storm because, of course, we are in the Copa Mundial, the World Cup. What do you think about the World Cup, Dylan? You have any thoughts?
It's fucking sick. Every European that's coming to America and loving the food, we told you so. Every person who's come here and enjoyed it, we told you so.
Have you heard about the ranch thing?
Yeah.
That they discovered ranch dressing and now they're like bringing it back to Europe.
Yeah, they're like places are having shortages on ranch. Boston ran out of beer.
Wow.
Scotland drank them dry.
That's insane. Yep. That's crazy.
There was a player who like lost his like pass. There was a Scotland fan who lost his passport, and then he got it, and then the person at Fenway Park bought him a beer, and he's like, this is fucking lit. He's like, up the socks. He's like, let's fucking go. I'm like, yeah. And this is where it is. But shout outs to America for doing well.
It's so funny because like the World Cup being in the United States, or more specifically North America, but predominantly in the United States, is pretty funny to me because America in as a whole, when you look at all the other countries, it's very like sports is a really important part to American culture and history. So
in fact, I would make the argument that America is so big in sports because we have such like differing opinions politically that like we need something to beef about
we're not gonna kill each other over.
That isn't religion or something.
So you
else.
think about how much Americans are passionate about the NFL and the MLB and the NBA and the NHL, college sports. Even people like to joke about it back in the day, but a lot more people are watching the WNBA. Now, right? F1, NASCAR. I could go on and on and on.
People's moms getting way too into fucking soccer, you know?
Nobody really watches soccer in the United States. Like, don't get me wrong. It's more of a niche sport. But it's not like the majority of Americans are tuning into MLS. Everybody's watching basketball games.
Yeah, and if they are watching, they're watching like the Premier League and watching other teams' league.
I just think it's funny that like all of these countries are coming to America to celebrate the World Cup, and they're getting to see this American sports energy that they don't usually get to see in their sport because it's so widely rampant with Europeans. And, you know, the point is every country has like a major soccer league.
And then also people are finding out that what is America, though? Like, what are actual Americans?
They don't exist.
Not only that, they're immigrants from other countries that like fucking soccer. So it's perfectly fine because it's like everyone's watching soccer because fucking, you know how many fucking last day of school.
Americans are just people who fled here and we get here and we're like, we like it here and we don't want anybody else to do what we just did.
And if you're third generation, maybe you don't like soccer anymore. But that first generation,
loved soccer.
It's at the foot.
First that's all they had.
Last day of school, you know how many soccer balls I took away, bro? Fucking Hello Kitty ball? No, you get it back at the end of class, 100%. Bro. You ain't cooking that around.
Dude, it was actually, it's funny you bring that up because like towards the end of our program in after school, we had a big flood of just South American kids who came in and they all love soccer. And granted, we had like a soccer program. It wasn't very well organized. So even I at one point was like, why don't we just get a fucking coach who actually cares. And sure enough, like once we did that, those kids went from being like animals to being like a fully fledged soccer team. Like they knew the plays and everything. It was like built into them. It was insane. But fucking shout outs. That being said, are you rooting for any countries?
I mean, I'm going to Portugal next month, so I'm hoping Portugal makes it to the end because there's people literally in the streets there.
Yep.
And just like that's one of those countries, Spain, where they're just fucking, you know, they're about the ball on the foot, you know. Yeah, so I'd say Portugal, U.S.
I think I'm gonna go with my main man Messi in Argentina. I think the GOAT is the GOAT.
I hate it back to back though.
I do hate it back to back, but I like me a Messi.
And I know, and I like Messi more than Ronaldo, but I'm going to Portugal, so I'm fucking.
Your reasoning is solid.
I'm CR7
Absolutely
this
solid.
year. I'm CR7 now, even though that goes against my normal rhetoric.
100%.
Did Cabo Verde actually make it through?
I think so.
Okay, because then that's also a good story. Fucking no one expected them to make it, and they made it, so good for them. They almost beat. Was it Uruguay?
Paraguay. Shout outs to the World Cup. I saw a movie. Speaking of movie, they're making a fourth Austin Powers movie. That's exciting. How do you feel about that?
I mean, apparently it's like they've been trying to make it for the longest time. So again, it's a little late. It's
not going to be good.
It's too late to be good.
Yes.
That would be my opinion.
It's the exact same thing with Shrek, and Mike Myers is attached to both projects, strangely enough.
Yeah, and it's like, Mike, you weren't that fucking busy, bro. You could have done it. You weren't. You can't convince me that you were busy.
I don't want to get into specifics, but I don't think it was a Mike issue. I think it was a studio.
I've heard a lot of bad things about Mike, so I just want to.
I haven't actually.
Okay, apparently you're not allowed to look at him. Yeah, apparently there are multiple security people and people who worked at movies who said they got in trouble or even fired for looking at him.
Got you. You know what his son's name is? Spike.
Myers.
Spike Myers. How's that? I don't know why I'm. Point is, I saw a movie and it has nothing to do with Mike Myers or Austin Powers. It does have to do with Powers though.
Okay.
I saw Supergirl.
Yes. Okay. Because like you said, you and Jerry went to go see a movie.
We did go see this movie.
I was like, what movie are they seeing? And I looked up movies and I was like, found the one that they're probably seeing.
Superhero movie. So before we went to go watch it the night before, Jerry asked me if I had seen the reviews for the movie, which I promptly checked. And right now, the critics have it at a 56%. And the audience has it at a 77%.
Better.
Much better. So I was walking into this like, what the fuck is going on? And whenever I see like a big difference in the scores like that, I always kind of go in with like, who am I going to side with on this one? Am I going to side with the critics? Am I going to side with the audience? Because as you know, I kind of fit the bill of both. You know, I'm the filmmaker guy, but I'm also just the dude who likes movies. I don't know. It was weird because I don't know how to explain it. Like watching the movie the whole way through, I had like this sense of uneasiness that like something was going to happen, that something was just going to like ruin the movie. And by the time the movie ended, I was just like, I liked it. Like I thought it was a good movie, and I was almost like hesitant to ask.
I mean, it didn't have like a 30% or anything.
No, I was hesitant to ask like Jerry or Mildred, but they both came out of it like solid movie. Like I thought it was great. So that being said, I thought Supergirl was a pretty good movie, and now I will talk about it without spoiling things. Woohoo! The one thing I will spoil, which isn't too big of a spoiler, I'm not even going to throw the alert here because if you've seen the trailer, you already know. But David Corenswet's Superman is in the movie, which is kind of cool. It's nice to see how they interact. But that being said, I really like Millie Alcock as Supergirl. And let's pause for a second because, yes, her last name is Alcock, and that's very funny. It's even spelled Alcock.
Oh, I meant to say this. In hockey, this is such a tangent. There's a team that is on a streak of head coaches with cock or like dick in their name. And then even when they go off of it, one was Shaft and one was Tip. So
amazing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah, they definitely knew.
So shout outs to Millie Alpinus. She's very good in the Supergirl role. But aside from that, I didn't know how to explain it. Like I liked her a lot. I liked the character a lot. I liked her performance a lot. I thought it was funny that Mildred wasn't exactly on the ball with that. Her reasoning was she kind of wished that Supergirl would commit more, or let me rephrase that Millie Alcock would commit more in the role. But that being said, I thought she was fine in it. For me, it was like everything else in the movie was just very weird. So real quick, it's a sci-fi space action
like
film.
so besides like Supergirl and Superman, who else is in the movie? Like, who else is in the movie?
Honestly,
are there other characters?
That's the thing. So there are other characters.
Like in my head, I'm just imagining like an office, and they're not superheroes.
But what's funny about that too is,
and then when they turn into superheroes, it's still only them in like a white room. Like,
but what's funny is like Superman is in that movie for like less than 10 minutes.
Oh.
So the majority of the film is really 4 characters. You have Supergirl. You have the villain, whose name is like Krem something. He's like some evil. He's very forgettable.
Kremlar.
Very kinda. He's just very forgettable.
Kremlar the dude.
Honestly, Dylan. Like, he has.
I'm a Kremya.
He has fucking. There you go. There's the intro.
Yeah.
No, he has like fucking like not jewels, but like spikes on his face and
My
shit.
name is Kremlar, the jewel guy. All right, I'm done.
Point is. But the thing is like you're absolutely right. He's genuinely not that really memorable of a villain. It's not like he's all powerful. He's just like a dickhead who killed this little girl's family and she wants revenge. The other character is this little girl. She's got to be like this 13-year-old warrior child who's like her father was a blacksmith.
Oh, okay. So this isn't like a Little Orphan Annie. This is like act like she's like a warrior.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Like it is kind of Little Orphan Annie, but she is like she comes in it with the spirit of like I will avenge my family. But even Supergirl is like relax. Like, you know, like you're not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
And then the last character, to answer your question, granted, I still don't think you'd be familiar with him, but he would be like the next big character right after the super people, and that is Lobo. And he was, I know.
I'm imagining like if you had a superhero that was a Mexican guy in a prison.
Lobo.
Yeah, jorts, giant socks.
No, I see it. Yeah. Like wife beater.
Yeah, wife beater, chain,
but a lucha mask to contain his identity, of course.
And he makes candy for everyone.
Yes.
You owe him 2 ramens and $1, but he'll make
100%.
candy.
So that's Lobo. I didn't even have to explain it. You got him. You described him perfectly. But to just give you an alternate perspective of what this character might look like and might act like, Lobo is supposed to be this like intergalactic biker bounty hunter. He's like white with black ink stripes all over his body, bright red eyes, fangs for teeth. He rides a flying motorcycle. He's a badass, and his whole spiel is basically like he's practically as powerful as Superman, but he's not really a villain as much as he's just like a bounty hunter. Like he'll do whatever if the price is right. He's not really in it for any sake. You know what I mean? So naturally he's in this film as a sort of anti-hero. And then as 2 little bonus side fun facts for you, he's portrayed by Jason Momoa, who originally played Aquaman in the DC franchise. But what's cool about that is Lobo is actually Jason Momoa's favorite comic book character. So he got to play him, which is cool. And for what it's worth, Momoa actually kind of looks like the Lobo build. He's like this big guy with long, messy hair and tattoos and shit. So, and then the second cool little fun fact for you is Lobo is actually, was Stan Lee's favorite DC character. And he was the only comic book character that Stan Lee was jealous he had not created first, which I think is pretty cool. That being said, pretty good portrayal in the movie, but yeah, all the other characters, the setting, just kind of like bored me a bit. Like not enough that I was like, but enough that I was like, they could have done more with it. It could have been bigger, better, more colorful, whatever. I was going in expecting it to be a lot more Guardians coded because James Gunn is attached to it as a producer. And when you see the trailer for the movie, it kind of feels like that with the sci-fi elements and the modern music playlist playing at the same time. But it kind of felt more like Star Wars. It's just more like fantastical than it was like modern, I guess.
Okay.
And then the last thing I'll mention is just like, this is a weird thing to say, but the character who I just brought up, the little girl, right? Mm-hmm. She's a major part of the movie because, and again, I'm not going to put the spoiler alert because this is all in the trailer, but guy kills her parents and her brother and she wants revenge. But that same Krem dude not kills, but shoots Supergirl's dog Crypto with like poison. So now her stake in it is she has to find him to get the antidote to save the dog, right?
Okay, I see.
So, they're kind of forced to team up with each other, and it turns into this like mentorship role where Supergirl watches after the girl and yada, yada, yada. But if you really look back at it in the movie, it kind of felt like that character was only put in to provide like obstacles for Supergirl, not so much to really like further Supergirl's character, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to get too in depth because then we start getting like really analytical with like character development and yada yada yada, but all I'm saying is like I feel like that character was put in for the sake of extending the movie's runtime as opposed to
being a character that's important to the story.
Yeah, that's how I'd probably say that. But all that to say, I know I was pretty critical of it. I did really enjoy the film. I thought it was really well done. I'm not going to get super, analytic or not analytic. I'm not going to get super critical of it. Obviously, like some CGI wasn't clean and yada, yada, yada. But fun movie, fun story. Really like Millie Alcock as Supergirl. I'm excited to see more from DC. 8 out of 10. Go give it a watch. The critics don't know what they're talking about. It was also review bombed on IMDb. There was like hundreds and nearly thousands of people that were ranking it a 1 out of 10, which is just like, people got to stop doing
You know
that.
why? Because she's a woman!
Yeah, you already know, bro. You already know. But that being said...
we have enough women superheroes? Like, we have so many now. Like,
I liked it. I thought it was pretty okay. And the ending's sweet. So yeah, shout outs to Supergirl.
Shout outs to Millie Fatcock.
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah.
I can swing it into one last thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about. A few weeks ago, we talked about how I, for whatever reason, started rewatching Dude Perfect videos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you did talk.
And then a week and change after that...
You bought Dude Perfect, the video game?
No. We're not talking about Dude Perfect.
Okay.
A week and a half after that, we talked about how Jerry and I started playing Fortnite. And how I've just kind of been reverting into all this old shit I used to do when I was like 16. And now I'm playing GTA 5. I don't know how it happened. Actually, I do know how it happened.
I feel like it happens every like 2 or 3 years where you're just someone, either it's golf or you're getting a platinum or whatever.
So,
Someone's on GTA.
So I don't know what it was. I just kind of like, I don't know if you've ever felt this way, maybe not, but sometimes I want to play a game, but I don't want to play a game. Like I want to just move my hands and look at things moving, but I don't want to like think. So sometimes back in the day, I used to play Melee with a computer and just kind of do combos. Meat Boy. Sometimes I play Tony Hawk and shit like that. So this time I was like, oh, you know what? I'll download GTA and go for a fake virtual drive because I like doing that. And then, I don't know why, I was like, oh, let me check my online character. What rank am I? I thought I'd be like rank 50 or something. I was rank 18. I barely played online. And I don't know why I decided, but I did decide that finally now, nearly fucking 15 years after this fucking game has come out, I am going to Platinum, GTA 5, and I'm looking forward to it. Part of that Platinum is that I have to get to level 100 in GTA 5.
Oh, that's back in the day, that was easy. You would just like, there was like the XP glitch or whatever.
So I started last Tuesday at level 18. You want to guess what level I'm at now?
31?
72.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's very monotonous. It's a lot of grinding. If I don't want to attach a number to it because it definitely speaks more volumes about me. But I've probably put in close to 30 hours this week of just GTA 5. It's a lot of driving around. It's not super fun in that regards. But are you familiar with the flying motorcycle, the Oppressor Mark II?
Yes, I am. I am familiar with the Oppressor Mark II. I remember back in the day. Not back in the day, but when they did all the import-export and like CEO stuff, I literally grinded like 8 hours of just like driving the warehouses just so I could buy that shit and be like, yeah, and then get blown up every time I'm in a public server.
So that I learned that lesson very, very fucking quickly.
Yeah.
GTA public lobbies are not fun. They're not fun.
Not anymore.
Because the reality is like, GTA 6 is about to come out. So the people who are playing GTA 5 right now, for the most part, are either complete noobs who are like excited for 6 and want to just try to get in on this new experience, or the people who have only been playing GTA 5 for the past 15 years. They fly around like level 9,999 and they don't kill you for your money or to stop you. They just grief you because they can, and that's all they do, right? Not fun. But I went through all the hassle. I got the money. I got my bike, and now I'm just trying to like platinum the game and get through it as much as possible. But all that to say, I am very, very impressed with how well this game has held up. Because, you know, I said...
I mean, it's a game that, like, wasn't ready when it came out, and, like, we had the...
No, we could definitely talk volumes about, like...
At least online wasn't ready.
Yeah, we could talk volumes about online, because that's for sure. Like, the game came out, online wasn't ready for, like, a whole month. Then when online came out, it was very bare bones.
No heists.
We were promised heists. It took, like, a year for those to come out. So I get it. But I mean more in terms of, like, the technicality of the game and just how it works and how it plays. It's incredibly impressive.
Yeah. Also,
like,
does anything carry over to GTA 6 now, right?
Joey was kind of talking about that in chat recent, or not chat, in a party. He was like hopeful. Like, he was like, hopefully they will, but it doesn't make sense for me. Like,
and that makes me think, like, I kind of want to go in and grind and get some more stuff, but I don't think you might get some rewards, but I don't think you're really going to get anything for
Yeah, I can't see them.
I think everyone's gonna be
the
on
only
even
thing I
footing.
can see happening, and it doesn't make too much, like when Red Dead 2 came out, GTA 5 put some like guns in the game that were tied to treasure quests, and if you complete them you get like a fancy revolver or something. I could see them doing maybe some sort of cross-platform thing where, like, oh, you do a chain of missions in GTA 5 and it unlocks something for you when you buy GTA 6 or something. I could see them doing something like that.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's just more fun to get in. Like, again, we said there was nothing online when it first came out. Now that it's 10, 12 years later, they have everything, all kinds of missions to do and businesses to run. So it is legitimately a lot more fun to play now. Like, I was going into it expecting to just be like that grind, like, whatever. But I'm actually having fun. Like, oh, let me check on my acid business and sell my acid. Oh, let me go to my office and get a new cargo crate. Oh, let me go talk to Dr. Dre. And
I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but that stuff is fun for a few hours, and then you have to I mean, it's every sandbox game is like this, but you gotta find the fun. You gotta create the fun.
Well, what I like about GTA 5 specifically is that all of those things work in tandem with each other. So it's like your potential to make money or grind RP or do whatever goal it is you're trying to do is really up to how you run your businesses together. Because like now how it works is, like, there was a nightclub up there.
Oh, yeah, and then everything kind of
connects. Like, you could run all those businesses out of the nightclub, and now you're generating, like, $1 million a day and shit like that. They added a fucking mansion update where now it speeds everything up. So, like, it's cool in those regards. But admittedly, I understand that, like, all of the little, like, you know, sell a crate, deliver the crate missions get kind of tiring over time.
I remember when I was going for the oppressor back in the day, it was like the same three ones, and then whenever there was like a new one, I got excited. Like if you're selling like cars or something, and then you get like a new one, you're like, oh.
Have you done the FIB files?
No.
Those are kind of cool. It's like you buy the garment factory that Lester does the heists from in the story mode, and then when you go in, it's like an FIB office, and you can basically do like mini heists where there's like an FBI FIB director who gives you like, you need to get this, get that, and then you do it, and then you do like the main mission. But since they're mini heists, they don't take as long, but they still pay like $300,000-$400,000.
Oh, okay.
But they're pretty cool, yeah. They're nice. That being said, GTA 5, super fun. I'm enjoying it. I am looking forward to GTA 6. I definitely need the group's help pretty soon to get some trophies for this game, so fucking let's do that soon. But pretty much that's that. Before we swing it to Jam and Yam, I'm going to go ahead and hijack this show for a quick second. You're watching this on a Wednesday, and this Friday you're going to see a new video on the Joystick channel. I don't know why I said the Joystick channel. It's Team Joystick. I should
Joystick video, please.
I should be better at this. On Friday, a new video is going to be gracing Team Joystick, and that video is going to be the first episode of the new and improved 1v1. We used to have a show on the channel called 1v1 where every week we would challenge each other to video games. If you won, you would get challenged the next week by the next person in the rotation. If you won that one, it would continue, and if you lost, the next person would get challenged. You know how it rocks. If we're being completely honest, we kind of stole the idea from Achievement Hunter, but
it's better.
We're bringing it back in a completely new and, I'm happy to say, unique format, which is actually inspired by sports, which I think is pretty cool. So real quick on the screen, as you'll see, this is the temp format for the next 12 weeks of 1v1 that you'll see, the face-offs, the matchup, so to speak. If you win, you'll get a point. If you lose, you get no points. And at the end of the 12-week season, the two players who have the most points will face off in like an actual championship to declare a season 1 1v1 winner, which is pretty exciting.
I mean, I like it so far.
We've had a very good time with it. As of recording this episode, we've done 4. So we wanted to make sure we had a good amount in the can before we started it. I feel like you wanted to say something.
No, I just didn't want to spoil anything.
No, yeah, we're not going to say anything. I find that important.
I win every week, even games when I'm not.
Weeks you're not on the couch.
Weeks I'm not there.
But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the potential it has. Like Dylan said, we've done 4 episodes, and each episode is very like funny and unique in its own individual way, which I really like. And it's also cool because every week it'll be this little surprise of what game did they pick, who's challenging who won. So stay tuned for that. It should be pretty cool. I'm excited to debut it. And stay tuned for 1v1. You know what also they should stay tuned for, Dylan?
They should.
They should do that.
But that's this video. That's not another video.
No, yeah, for sure. But they could stay tuned for like 20 seconds.
That's this video right here because I have a yam. I am going to pick a song. I was originally going to pick a song from like Marianti's playlist because there's some bangers I when I get in the car. Like fucking like Desert Eagle by fucking Beyonce. There's some fucking hidden. Have I picked that song before?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna pick that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm pivoting. I was originally gonna pick like an emo song, but I will pick Desert Eagle by Beyonce from her country album. I believe it is a Thundercat bass line. It is like he's not credited in the song, but I looked it up and it's like it has to be him because
there's a few songs like that.
It's his bass, you know.
Yeah. That tone is unmistakable.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, great song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I listened to a lot of music in the past 2 weeks that we were off, and I was really close to giving this jam spot to a song by Duke Deuce called "What's My Name," and for what it's worth, if I don't find much music in the next week, it might very well be Jam of the Week next week. But I heard this song, Dylan, and it's a strange one. Okay. The song I'm choosing for Jam of the Week is called "Promline" by Tommy Bowe of Smosh. So this is a Smosh song. If that, you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yes.
So you remember how like Smosh would do all those songs back in the day, like Fire Truck and shit, where it'd be like Anthony and Ian rapping or whatever?
Yeah.
This one is a different member of Smosh, Tommy, who basically created like this what are you doing? Your phone case, you savage. Anyway, Tommy created this song, which is basically a parody of like boy bands from the 90s and some K-pop inspired stuff. It's basically a song about taking a girl to prom with a lot of references to computer parts and computer terminology and stuff. Promline. But I would be lying if this wasn't like the most catchy song I've heard in a very long time. Like it is a very, very catchy song, genuinely speaking. And also like it's meant to be funny, but like it's not written super funny. So it actually sounds like a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have legitimate songs on my playlist that are stupider than this. So shout outs to Promline by Smosh and Tommy Bowe, or more specifically Tommy Bowe, but it's actually a jam. Shout outs. And that's an episode.
We fucking did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Thanks for watching.
I don't care what anyone says. We don't rely on Joey. I don't care who says it.
People been saying that?
Yeah, I've heard through the grapevine
that we rely on Joey.
That was saying that the heart and soul of
this podcast is Joey Ortega.
And we're not pulling our weight.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm not seething on the inside right now. Like I don't put in 9 to 10 hours of my life every week. It's
definitely not me just gaslighting you in the moment.
No, it's perfectly fine. Because you've heard these people who have said
these are,
that Joey holds up the podcast with his riveting 8 topics per week. That he comes in and he actually told us to talk about a topic this week. That's how it organized.
Wait, really? Did he? Wait. What did we?
He told us to talk about Disney adults complaining that they changed one animatronic on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Oh, okay.
And I told him we'll see if we can work it out.
Okay,
we'll see if we can fit it in for you. And we did. Look at that.
Yeah. See, dear Disney adults, stop.
There you go.
Right? We say, it's not just stop complaining.
Just stop. Just stop.
Just not complete. Not even stop completely. Don't stop fully. Just stop.
Comment. Just stop. So shout out. Is Joey a Disney adult? Joey's not a Disney adult, but whatever he is worse. I don't know what it is, but you know.
You know who Joey is?
What is Joey?
Joey's our best friend.
He is our best friend. And you know what else Joey is?
Yeah.
He's the heart and soul of this podcast.